All right, I'm back. Lucky me. That really nice security guard. I went and talked to him. After 4 o'clock, there's no parking enforcement, which is totally unlike Foothill College, De Anza College, all these other places near here. Stanford's even cooler in my book now because after 4 o'clock, you can park anywhere and nobody gives a shit. So that's cool. It was a false alarm, but it's good to check, and now I know for sure. So we're almost to the end of the totem section. I'll start showing you the rock stuff a little bit, and my battery's still holding out, so we'll see. There's a really special totem coming up of a single character, and I don't want to spoil it because when you see it, you'll go, oh yeah, that's pretty clever. So these guys are good. I mean, amazing artisan work, a lot of like grunt work, so much harder than clay because you commit to the cut and that's it. It's wood. You can't glue stuff back together. And again, these aren't all, there's only one or two that were actually tethered to a pole just because the totems were so thin, they needed to have some support. These are all cut from one giant log by just a few guys in a few days. And that's why they have a few unfinished, like this one over here that was unfinished. But the amount of work they did in such a short period of time is phenomenal. So I already showed you that one right there. There's some rock sculptures coming up and a few more totems. So let's continue where we left off. Does this one have a sign? Not all of these have labels. Here we go. This one has a label. Sikasaku. So on the back, again, crocodile, goes up to this little ring structure, and this little guy here looks like he's being eaten by a crocodile that has a human face on the front. It's just like the totem. It had a human face on top of it. There's some kind of weird mythology about that. But it doesn't just have one human face. It has a human face here, and an old man here, sticking his tongue out, and the eyes, which are shells. So here's a little guy being eaten by a crocodile with two human faces on it. And the crocodile goes all the way up there. It's a very long crocodile. There's a profile view. You can see the guy sticking out the other side. And this, look at all the intricate carving. I mean, this is truly 3D, not just a bas relief or some other kind of simple 3D like Egyptian stuff on the wall murals. Here's another character. There's another crocodile. They have the back legs are kind of funny here on this crocodile. Looks more like a mammal there, but there's another crocodile coming down here, and there's some other artwork here. Again, it's like this body adornment artwork they have, as well as some of these palm patterns, swirls, and all kinds of things. And that pattern goes all the way up here around the crocodiles. There's another crocodile there, and another little crocodile's going on the sides here, all the way down the sides. Oh no, sorry, these are that's not crocodiles. These are little boars, little piggies, like you saw on the log drum over there. See the tusks sticking out. So boars, wild boars. There's a really big. That's what that was. This is a wild boar, not a crocodile. I see what they did. They had little boars all the way down to a bigger boar. That's why the legs look like a mammal. So, because the face look a little bit like a crocodile from here, but it's a boar. And then you got some more patterns here. Here's a snake. Nice. Got an actual snake here now. Here's the eyes. There's the body with some 3D scales and bits around it, and it's curling around here, and curling around here, and coiling up here, and going inside the hole. And then more ornate patterns here. Back to the other side where the first crocodile was in this little shape. And again, stuff going all the way up there. There's a human up there. Looks like a human playing a flute or something like that. But knowing these guys, it could be anything. Let me just check. Well, it looks like somebody holding a flute. But it could be something else I won't comment on. But I'll have to come back during the day and get a better view of it. So, very cool stuff though. And that was, you saw that one already, okay? And then the last totem in this row, again, nice curved shape. up the top. And again, it's got crocodiles on it. It's got, actually this is mammals here. This is some kind of little mammal, and it's not a boar. It's like a little dog, something like that. Some kind of a canine character. And there's a bird next to it, very much like a toucan. I don't think they have hornbills there, like they have in Africa, but it's very much like a toucan kind of bird. I have to look this up, see what the New Guinea birds look like. I don't remember what they have there, but see the plumage and the wings and the feet there. And again, more cool 3D sculpture on the sides. Just all around the thing, just action, action, action. Beautiful carving. Just took hours and hours of this stuff. All the way up the top, and then there's a kind of a long, elongated mask up there. My light isn't strong enough to really hit it, but you get the idea. Again, I'll have to come back down today. What's this one called? This is Mainboar. So these might be like legends you can probably look up online. Might explain what the hell we're looking at as far as why things are together in this ensemble. Okay, a couple more totems. These are even more special because they're super carved out of the wood, where they look like they're all glued together, but they're, again, this is all from one giant log. And they probably spent the most time on some of these because there's so much wood cut out. This one's called Kura. And again, ornate, big feet, super long legs. And it's a woman, and she's happy. She's got all kinds of adornments on her face. And then sitting on top of her, it looks like it's a guy turned around. It's got his butt on top of her head. So you're not seeing his junk, but he's smiling. Another guy on top smiling, and then a bird way at the top, it looks like. But check this out. All these cutouts, all the way through. The length of these characters. Completely cut out from the body. These, now it's got two stacks of bodies going all the way up. It's like a human pyramid. And they're all cut out all the way through, and they're not glued on. They're just cut out. Fascinating work. Oh, there's Teddy. I guess that's the guy who cut it. Some more adornments there. And this little guy, kind of a wicked smile there with some crazy eyebrows, and he's got a little grass sarong on or something. Maybe it's fabric. Looks like grass. Giant earrings through the ears. Look at that. So this guy's got some style. All the way around this stuff. But yeah, it's a human pyramid all the way at the top. And then it looks like a bird with a long tail or something coming down. Yeah, it's crazy. That's one. And this other one, similar. Again, human pyramids. This one's holding a fish. It's a nice little happy person with a fish here. And then someone standing on top. There's a woman with a bird's head. And then more people stacked all the way up the top. And as you go through the side, look at all that cutout. Between the legs, between the bodies. In fact, this one needed some support. Looks like they were worried about it. So they did mount a pipe in the middle just in case it had an earthquake or something. Because this one's so dissected, it's much more fragile. Look at the hand there. So crazy amount of work on these guys. This one's got a fish again, hanging out here. There's a navel. Happy guy. For a second I was gonna say happy fisherman. There's a famous graphic online you can find some from the joke shops of a fisherman with his pants off in the river being filleted by a fish while he's fishing for other fish. It's pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, amazing amount of work, but see how fragile this one is. So they had to put that pole in there, at least down here, for support. Those guys kind of overdid it, but it's beautiful work. And then there's one more totem here. Oh, did I have a title? Probably the same title, maybe. No. Cormorant bird. Okay, so that's the bird at the top. And maybe this. It's definitely not a cormorant. They might mean cormorant. That's definitely not a cormorant head, but. And there's a little bridge going across a dry creek here, going to some buildings over there. So it's a nice little area they've already set aside as a garden at one point and then decided to add the sculptures to. Oh, this is nuts. Look at this one. All kinds of little, there's a frog, and there's a little crocodile. Again, more ornate, like palm bark stuff. Some more artistic stuff here. There's a woman on the side up here. And then a little birdie thing at the top, I think. Can't see the other side of the plants in the way. And here's the special one. I wanted to just show it to you, not explain it. See if anyone gets it right away. If you know what's also on this campus, check this out. And it's all the way around. He's got some cool patterning on his back. Got his butt there, he's sitting on a log. Some hairstyle. Really well sculpted. So, if you guys didn't guess it yet, they went over to the Rodin Sculpture Garden, several blocks from here, saw Rodin's Thinker and said, hey, we're going to make our own version. So they're inspired by the Thinker to make their own version of the Thinker. New Guinea style. It's pretty cool. He's like squatting and thinking. So, really cool. And let's see what they titled it. Probably a Thinker or something like that. Yeah, the Thinker. Yarakdu. So, super cool. And there's a little guy at the bottom. See his feet? He's got some big feet. So there you go. That's the Thinker. Really cool. Now they got some more rock sculptures over here that are fun. These are pretty ornate as well. A lot of animals and people. Some of these are finished, some weren't finished. Again, not enough light here to see it, so I'm glad I brought a light. Here's this kind of guy. It's an animal form, but it's kind of lounging around like a person. It's like a human animal hybrid, almost like an iguana of some kind. But very human looking in the face. It's very funny. Sitting on a rock. There's another sign over here. What does this say? Stoneworks. Okay, so they have a whole section for the stoneworks. You can store these later. Take a still and look at them. So all kinds of stories about what inspired them. Another shot of the guys working here. I'll just go down this real quick and you can just pause it and read it at some point. I'm certainly going to go back and read it because I don't have time to read it now. A little caption at the bottom. So yeah, all these stonework. So here's another one. Again, just like the totems, animals on all sides, some human faces, some animal shapes, patterns, all along the sides of the rocks. The guy hanging on the side here, his face sticking out that way. Some animals over here. Another guy in the back with a big face and some big junk, of course. You gotta have the big junk. And the other side, what the guy already showed before. So there's that. These are really nice during the day because you can really see them well. But here's a little animal thingy crawling on the back of this guy. Oh, sorry, it's a woman. She's sitting here, squatting, Some shells for eyes again. Little character on the back. There's one over here by itself, just a face. Almost like a sun. Smiling face with the sun pattern around it. There's a huge one over here. Huge, huge, huge. Big face, smiling. And of course he's smiling because he's got a huge schlong. Some patterning on the sides. Another animal character in the front here. Holding something. Oh, it's like a little person there at the bottom. There's another character holding something. Looks like a female holding something. And another character here. Oh, I think that's her body. She's reclining. And then a huge face over here. One cool thing about now is the tongue sticking out. This is very much like Mesoamerican stuff. Or Native American with the tongue sticking out. And then more animals on the side. Almost like a dinosaur right there. It's kind of funny. So just a whole lot of work. This has some little faces on the top. Really cool symbolism, and again, probably some really interesting stories about all this stuff, but we're just left looking at it saying, just marveling in the work. Some more. There's a guy upside down here again. Another guy upside down. This guy's climbing. I don't think these people are falling or what's going on. Big character here, holding on to something. Just a big mass of people climbing on this rock, and then some like skull-like things, so they might be dead. There's one upside down, maybe fighting with this guy. Not sure. Maybe, or there could be a couple having sex. There's a woman on the bottom, guy on the top. Who knows? With some of these cultures, you have all kinds of fertility action going on, and they're not prudish about it. Compared to this country, where you can't even talk about anything without religious people getting down, breathing down your neck. So that's cool. Nice face on that one. Like a headdress. And a little guy down here, little guys down here. There's another smiley face. There's people all over the place here. This is one of my favorites over here. During the day, I was blown. I did actually a 3D scan of this one up here, but there's just enough light to see it. Oh no, she's over there, I think. Where's it, this one? Let me see. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. So reclining, there's a little bird on the head or something. There's a woman here reclining and sitting here. Really cool sculpture there. And then animal sculptures on the side. Crocodilian, something or other. And then some other stuff on the top. Might be a lizard that was on top of her head. And a big old crocodile face on the other side. All this stuff just melding into each other. So it's almost like these guys have been doing this stuff for millennia. But, you know, they're guys doing stuff in ZBrush. That's also really cool, but these guys have been doing this for a hell of a long time without a computer. They come with these really clever organic forms, things morphing into other things. Here's a big face that's very 3D. There's a giant gap under the nose and the mouth there. Some kind of a headdress or something on there. And then again, another character on the back. Because why not use the space? Okay, oh, my favorite one's over here. That's what it is. I missed it. There's a little dry creek bed here. You already saw this one, I think. Or maybe not. No, didn't do this one yet. So this kind of froggy looking thing on the top, or slee stack if you know Land of the Lost. And then a big smiley face, big schlong. Yeah, actually I did show this one already. Yeah, I did show this one. But I didn't show this back here. It's like this little character sitting here. It's a woman sitting on a little rock, just chilling out, holding something. I don't know if she's making something or eating something. But I love the character detail and the expression. Got some big feet there. And some other action going on here. Looks like somebody else laying down here. Might be unfinished, hard to say, but really cool looking. Yambitsitagwa. Pretty cool. So yeah, lots of stone sculptures here. Very nice. And then there's one other disjointed part I haven't actually looked at too much. I always forget to look at it. Oh, there was a sign by the thinker. I missed it. Let's see. What does this one say? So they have a whole sign just for the thinker. Here they are. Looking at the Rodin sculptures at the museum, and then his version next to it. So that should be easy enough to read if I freeze it. So it gets some decent frames. You guys can read that later. Over here there's some disjointed stuff. For a long time there were no lights over here. And there were some painted ones. So they have the same signage over here, Sepik River Region, Sculpture Garden. So if you're coming from the other side, you can see the signs. But down here, you have the painted ones. So I'm walking through all the leaves and dirt here because this is how you used to get through here. There were no paved trails. Here are the painted ones, and sadly the lights aren't working, which is a shame because these are beautiful. Painted posts. See you guys working on them there. We'll comment on it there. There's an actual place in New Guinea where they show them inside the house. I guess they keep them inside so they stay painted and don't get ruined by the elements. But here, they just left them out. So this light is not the best color correction, but you get the idea. Beautiful colors, look at this. Some more faces, different kinds of faces, spirals, swirly bits, all the way up to the top with some more faces way up there. And again, these are also 3D in that you go around the post and you get all kinds of changes to the design. Some smiley faces there, like a little sun character or something. More faces up there, big, long, drawn-out faces like African masks. And these cool dot patterns, similar to some of the stuff you get from Aborigine cultures in Australia. These line dot patterns and circles and spirals and colorful bits. Super cool. This one's called Cuoma Spirit House Post. And again, more stuff. Looks like little microbes there almost. Kind of spiral bits. Very psychedelic. I mean, if you were on LSD, this would probably be a super trip. Here's a little lizard kind of thingy with some squiggles on it. I don't know if that's supposed to be internal contents or outside decorations. So these are also shaped posts. Really cool, like carved, smooth. This one's pointed post. So the post also matters. It's not just a paint job. They carve the post first and they paint it. Again, all kinds of... Some of these things will make pretty interesting tattoos. There's a happy guy, almost looks like a hippie. And a big smiley face mask there. Going all the way up to some crazy ornate psychedelic patterns up there. Some of this also resembles Hopi Kachina stuff, those little Kachina dolls, some of these shapes and patterns and stuff. Untitled. This one's got a lot of colors. Look at that, green, blue. So colorful. I don't remember this one being so colorful, the blues and greens and stuff. It's amazing. There's a little happy character at the top there, almost like an owl. Again, it's carved as such. There's a little character on the back. Shapes here, all kinds of cool psychedelic colors and shapes. This one was called what? That was Untitled, right? Yeah, Untitled. And then there's one more little one over here that they kept the little branches sticking out for effect, which is nice. Gives you a different feel. So that one's got some color, and they painted it appropriately so the end has a little ring on the end of it. And you go to the side and you get some other patterns. Super cool. Again, a pointed top. It's a black, colored black. There's that hippie dude again. And then another mask here at the bottom. And all that. Oh, hey Wagyu. Sorry, I saw a big post come by, but I didn't have a chance to read it. I'll read it later. But yeah, this New Guinea stuff is cool, man. Oh, one more I missed. No, that was the color. Was that the Untitled? Yeah, I already saw that one with the blue and the green. So those are the painted posts. And I think a lot of people miss these because they just do that main path over there with the carved ones. And these lights, only one light is here on right now. So no one's really seeing what's going on over here, sadly. Luckily I have my little portable light. And then there's one more little set of totems over here. Again, it was off the path originally and not much light on them, so people kind of ignored these, I think, as well. Oh, they put some kind of a bench here. Steven Schneider. It's a nice bench. Looks a little bit like a coffin though. It's kind of creepy. I'm trying to remember when this was all built. This is 2000, maybe 98, possibly a little earlier. Could have been as early as 97 when they were putting all this in. It's a long time ago. Sadly, some of the guys who built this are probably dead. Kawatukit. So again, big feet, big something else. Again, ornate stuff on the belly, very cool. And all kinds of ornamentations on his chest area. And a big old smile, because you saw why he has a smile. I don't need to explain it. And again, a little birdie thing on the top, like a hornbill or toucan or something like that. A lot of these seem to have little birdies on the top. And then this little table here. So again, look at the carve out. I mean, it's a lot of negative space. They did a lot of work carving this log. So he's holding it one side with his butt. And this little dude is, that's a woman actually, is holding the other side up with her short body here. She's like a little person. But look at the details on the face. Big feet as well. They even made the females I can't even talk tonight. Anatomical, but I won't dwell on those parts because some people might be offended. But there are female genitalia if you look closely on these things. They weren't skimping on the details. Look at that beautiful bird shape. The wings folded and the plumage. But it has a crocodile tail, which is bizarre. So there must be something like a Quetzalcoatl equivalent in New Guinea. It's like a serpent bird, a crocodile bird that has these feathers, and there's some talons there. Hold on to the back of this guy. And then the bird head at the top there. Super cool. But I love this table. This is a really interesting shape. It's the only one like this that I've seen in the whole place. And there's like one other one, and there's a sign over here for the whole thing. Let's see what this says. Ceremonial works. Okay, so these are a little bit different than the other ones. Says I'm working on them here. dedicated to the memory of Nawi Sumambui. And there's a guy working away at it. Look at that guy. Go ahead and read this when you get a chance. I'm going to go back and read it because I don't remember what these things said. He's such a happy guy. Look at that. It's like the John Holmes statue. All right, and then this one's cool because this is very different than the other ones. Got the nice shells for eyes. Got some stuff on the forehead there, probably just hair piled up. Big old nose sticking out at a weird angle. His little mouth. And then all these things sticking out. Very 3D, lots of carving going on here. Tons and tons of work. And a little creature at the bottom there. And then people on the side, looks like. Yeah, there's a woman on the back. And she's pretty pleased as well because, you know, she's naturally endowed as well. So she's very happy. Got big old pierced ears. It's really cool. And there's a bird on the back of this one too. See the bird hanging out in the back. So here she is in all of her splendor. Big feet, big legs. But yeah, all this 3D kind of surround sculpture. No totem is just one-sided. It's really special stuff. And here it is in beautiful coast live oak trees. This little glen of oak trees and some other native trees in the area. But yeah, this is one of the most wild ones here. And that's kind of it. You've seen the rocks, you've seen the painted stuff, you've seen the ceremonial ones. We're getting back to the trail up ahead here. Looking for the serial killer now in the woods. Yeah. Oh, I missed another painted one. See? Oh no, I saw that one. That's the owl one. Okay. You already saw the owl one. Yeah, seeing all the painted ones. Seeing all the carved ones. Get one more look at this beautiful bird in the front. This is like a major amount of work. Again, totally dissected. Has this cool, huge female character in the front. Lots of details. It's a very beautiful sculpture. Got a big old bird on the top of the wing spread. Very, very detailed. Not stiff, you know, very human looking, a lot of curves, a lot of life to it. And then look at that negative space. She's wearing like a little skirt thingy or wrap. And then there's space between her and the bird body, which ends on a crocodile's tail, which is a bizarre thing. And then the skull at the back. You got Wild Goose here, he'll love this. There's very metal, the skull right here, upside down. And then some other patterns down here. We got the bird has this massive wingspan with the body ending in a crocodile tail. And then you look at the top, it's actually aiming up at the sky. Very pointy. Looks cool with the clouds behind it. So amazing work, these people. And that's the totems from before. So you've pretty much seen the whole thing. I just wanted to document this somehow. I haven't had a chance to yet. So here's my first attempt. We'll come back during the daytime at one point because there's so many more details you can't see, you know, with the, oh, there's another skull thing. Since Wild Goose here, I'll give him another treat. Another stack of skulls. For some metal action here. Is it this one? Yeah, this one's cool. In fact, I'm gonna go to the red light on this one. Unfortunately, it's only a blinking red light, but that might add to the effect. Check this out. Ooh, skulls. Still have some flesh on them. They're not totally angular skulls. And I'll go back to the white light again so you can see. Very 3D. And this one has this, either another crocodile inside this one with jaws coming out like Alien, or a tongue with some weird markings on it in front of this skull. So again, this stuff is very 3D. Super cool. Love this place. I tell everybody about this. If they come to Stanford, don't just go to Rodin Sculpture Garden. Go to the New Guinea Garden. And now you can really find it because there are lights on it, there's signage, there's a paved path. There's that skull one more time, just for good measure. And it's right here by a parking lot where I thought I was going to get a ticket, but I wasn't, because now I know the rules. And it's also a dead end down here. So if you continue on this, I think it was Santa Teresa Street and Lomita, which is on the right, you can't miss it. It's right in the corner. If you continue down Santa Teresa that way, to the right, it's a dead end. Stanford has tons of dead ends. You find it very quickly. The maps aren't updated for this. If you use Google Maps, sometimes it takes you down the wrong path. But another cool thing, if you guys watch my Karma coverage, this is Lomita Drive. If you take Lomita Drive all the way up to dead ends, essentially, or almost dead ends, you'll find the Leland Stanford House, which is now Karma, CCRMA, where John Chowney is doing all of his magical work over the years with his students. And I had some concert footage a couple nights ago I put up, you guys might have seen, or at least put a link up as well, so you can watch the actual live link from the show. And it is ambisonic. They broadcast in binaural. So if you don't have a proper ambisonic thing, you can at least listen in headphones and get the binaural experience, which I haven't done yet. But I did record some of it on my own stream. Got a copyright claim on it, but it's okay. They didn't take it down. Yeah. So Lomita Drive here. Take this up to the right. Up about 2 or 3 blocks. And you'll get to Stanford Karma. So this is my favorite part of campus. Along with the museum that has the Rodin sculpture stuff. There's apparently a cactus succulent garden on campus somewhere that's not well advertised or labeled, but several people I've talked to around here mentioned it, so I'll have to track that down, maybe go do a little stream from there sometime. And I'll do a Rodin Sculpture Garden stream as well, because I love the Rodin stuff. That's 24/7, lit at night for dramatic effect, as well as during the day. It's beautiful. And I've also done a lot of photogrammetry of that place. If you saw my Facebook post I did 6 months ago, where I scanned one of the heads at the Rodin Sculpture Garden and put it on top of a Cybertruck, and did a AR thing where I actually mapped it on top of a Cybertruck in the parking lot and walked around it, saying this is their new dopey add-on for the Cybertruck. So, it's kind of funny, but it's so easy to goof on this stupid Cybertruck. Anyway, here I am at the parking lot on the left, kind of seeing everything there is to see right here. I'm not going to go up to Karma and shoot any footage. You've already seen that. I even got a shot from the outside last time. So next time, if I'm here at night, I'll do Rodin. If I'm here during the day, I'll do this same garden a little quicker this time. We've already had all the signage done and stuff of the stuff in the daylight, so you can see some of the details a little bit better. I'll try doing some. I'll probably stand back a little further and zoom in, so the angle's a little bit different. But here, right from the path outside the place, you can just see all the totems right here. At night there, these are pretty well lighted. But sadly, they got to fix the fucking lights on the painted ones, because those are the kind of the showstoppers as far as making people go, whoa, look at the colors and look at the patterns and stuff. So I'm over here at the Santa Teresa lot, what they call the, what's it called again? It's a funny name for this place, like Humble House or something. There is some painting on the side of the building here. It's kind of interesting. This kind of negative space 3D stuff with a human face. It's kind of cool. Some flowers and some branches twisted around to a human face. Check that out. And the saying says, "'Cause wholeness is no trifling matter." And there's a person over here that's not branches, and hand is touching some stuff. Oh, it's actually, I see, it's two people meeting. It's branches face with a hand, and non-branches face with a hand, meeting in the middle. See, this one scared me. Permit parking. But then I got this, the straight scoop. You can park in any of these lots here after 4 o'clock, generally not get a ticket. So I'm usually here much later, so that makes me even happier. Means I'll never get a ticket as long as I don't park in the handicap and don't park in some weird spot that's not official. So that's about it, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Again, love the comments. I know Wagyu put a few in there. I got to read those later. I always love going back and reading the comments. Occasionally these uploads fuck up and the comments get stripped, and it's not because of me. I love the comments. So occasionally some weird thing happens with the transmission and the upload somehow gets messed up and the comments disappear, saying no comments available, which is bullshit because I always enable them. So hopefully these stay and I can read them later. They usually are there, but sometimes they're not. A couple of my NAM things didn't have comments for some reason. Probably a signal problem. So I will be reading that. And thanks again to everyone who's here live, who is here afterward, leaving comments in the comment section if you can. And that will do it for tonight. So I got to find some New Guinea music. Maybe I'll make a little supercut of this with some New Guinea music in it. But that's about it. Thanks, everybody. Catch you later.